Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5. Here's Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Tanner Muse in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Here's Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Now the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
A short kick taken at the 18.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down?
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the gun, it's Tua. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That is taken in by Hurst. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play there for the Dolphins.
Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Watson now to throw.
He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Faking the give. Now Watson.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To the air yet again, Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Watson finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Second and 4. Again, it's Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Watson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. On play action, here's Tua. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. He's got him in, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there for the Dolphins. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. It's now 21-7.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both teams likely making their final adjustments before the second half. So, time for us to go back downstate to Miami and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now Watson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play there for the Dolphins. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 7, Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Odell Beckham. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Going to the air. Tagovailoa is going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to try and go deep again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillendow as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked somewhere else, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Houston.
Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in at the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
You are watching the
NFL on EA Sports. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. On 1st down, Watson. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off, Byron Jones. There he goes, right side. Trotty. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Now a throw here to his running back. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make this a second down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. A shotgun snap for Watson.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Odell Beckham there to make the grab.
And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. A credit the tackle to Brandon Jones.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Flushed out right. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Here's Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
To throw is Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
out of the gun. Watson.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Third and long. It's Watson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Going to give this time to the tailback. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get that ball. Get that ball. 552. Let's go. Do you tighten up? Let's go. Do you tighten up? Hey, 59. Hey, check 55. Big game, big game, big game. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Now a handoff looking right. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st down, it's Watson. That's complete. It's Collins. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Noah Igbinoghene. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points. Continue